Cardi B is pissed and she's threatening legal action against a Twitter user who claimed that they had proof of Cardi's husband offering to cheat on her. Basically, they shared a post regarding Offset's infidelity. And so they had this voice note, saying they're trying to meet up and there's like this woman involved. Allegedly, there's pictures and all this stuff. What we know, at least as of now, is that, Cardi B is saying, nope, this was AI generated. And so not only is she mad about it, but she's looking at potentially suing this person.
Right away when it's put up, there's fans that were saying that there was some inconsistencies, like with the hair and tattoos and the body type.
Right.
And Cardi called it out and was like, I'm going for your father, because the lawsuit and stuff like this, and she
She
got it
doesn't play around. Did you
at
guys
all.
see where she was performing and she had told the audience and to like throw
Water.
water,
Yeah.
and she was like hot and being sexy and stuff. She's like, throw water, and she was gesturing at her pelvis and stuff like that. And so a little bit later some other girl was throwing, some fluid at her, but it seemed to not be cute or welcomed or something
She
like that.
didn't like it.
So in response, Cardi B belts her in the head with her microphone, which is, oh my gosh, as
And I
far as
thought
like
she
the
was
damage
gonna
she could
get
have
some
done.
I thought she was gonna get some charges, but she got cleared of that, so she was fine there. But they got either Offset got his lawyers on it because they put some like fake news thing or something like that on her post, or she deleted or took it down. I read. This is what we kind of talk about a lot of times with AI is just, it's getting so crazy that the world is changing, and luckily it was caught, because I mean that could have done some real damage to their relationship. I mean, they've already had their, they've definitely had their ups and downs over the years in their marriage, as far as just infidelity kind of things. And so for someone to go out of their way to kind of do it, I mean, it's scary. It's just scary. And then using the power of AI.
Now, she had said, quote, so you guys are going to receive a letter from his lawyer, she stated in a since deleted post, which I'm curious about. Quote, because all these little games that you guys want to play online, it's going to be over with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. The point just being, Cardi comes back pretty hard when someone comes for her. She has no problem standing up for her or her mans. So, as far as I believe that she'll take action on this. Now, if they
Absolutely.
can get it dealt with, is it worth them filing a lawsuit? Because it's like, what are the damages? That's always the trouble with this stuff, when it's like, well, you defamed me. Well, you defamed my husband. So if her husband's suing and he goes, you defamed me because now, there's all these versions of the tweet and screenshots and all the stuff that went out, and now people think I'm a cheater. I'm not a cheater in this instance. I don't know the situation, but he goes, I'm not a cheater. And so now you have defamed, you have slandered me, you've put me in false light. These are all
Yep.
claims, but he would need to actually sue and go through a process of proving, well, what were the damages, right? Did you go to a psychologist? Did you have emotional trauma? Did you lose brand deals? Did people terminate you? Like, this is stuff you have to actually prove. And you go, because of that, I lost $5 million. Now, if none of that stuff happened, that's where it gets tricky, because now
Yeah.
you've spent 50 grand on an attorney to sue someone. And, are
I'll
you
tell
going to
you
win?
what,
If you do win, can they pay that?
people need to rally behind Cardi B in this. And because I've seen people commenting, why is she even wasting her time with this little shit? And I'm like, thank God that she is. We have to nip this in the bud now. This is just the beginning. And so I think examples need to be made of people that are playing games with the AI, like right off the bat, as far as, trying to put out fake content out there. I think they need to figure out a way to police that, because it's going to be so rampant in the next couple of years. You're not going to be able to believe anything that you see anywhere, and everybody's going to always use the excuse, oh, that's AI, that's not even me. Like, so it needs to be dealt with, all these little things, before they grow, and it's just been a problem for the last 10 years, and now they're going to finally get around to figuring out a way to deal with it.
Yeah, and a few weeks ago, I even said, I forecast that the end of social media, however long that takes, a decade, 2 decades, it will be the result of essentially this new version of fake news. And now we literally can't believe what we're seeing. We can't believe what we're hearing. And so people will crowd around, whatever outlets that they believe, because the brand has, built that loyalty and things like that. But over time, that's the thing we're fighting against.
And it's just, To me, it's just like I think next year is going to be the craziest year for information and disinformation you've ever seen in your life. It's going to be the start of it. Like it's so it's just it makes me, nervous about it, but it's good to see that there are people that have clout in the industry, that like, like a Cardi B, like Sarah Silverman, what the things that she's trying to do, and these writers that are on strike, what they're trying to do is just combat these things right away. It's not always just about money. It's not about just whatever. It's about society and how we run society and what's fair. So I don't know. I'm always paying attention to the stuff that AI will continue to bring those stories for sure.